Hi, Misha here, and this is the second part of what I've been up to this last week. And my first video was a mild rant. Trust me, I more frustrated than that, but what can you do? Another reason I've been kind of slow in adapting is that I ended up picking up a collection here local, an older gentleman in his 70s, and I did post a couple of talks about it on the main Mishaco channel before I was not able to post anything a week ago. And basically he's not just a gun person, he also collects swords and uniforms and other stuff. Just stuff, it's kind of how people sometimes are. They pick up whatever. So, last Saturday, well, let me back up a little bit. The Thursday before that, a friend went over to his place. That was the first day he opened up his gun vault. Before that, he'd been selling uniforms and stuff, but he finally went to the gun room and did that. So a friend went over. He mentioned that he had two paratroopers, type 2, he thought, but he said one did not have the locking pin, the locking wedge, and immediately I figured it could be a type 0. Well, long story short, it was. And he threw a price at me, and he said that his acquaintance told him that was too high, and I said, no, that's not for a type 0. And I said, yeah, if you can, go back and get it for me, or take me over there and I'll go get it. Well, on Saturday, he went over, and just to kind of cut to the chase, at first he wasn't sure when I could come, and then he called me that night saying, okay, tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, so 5 o'clock Sunday. And this was already well into the evening on Saturday. And I said, well, that's fine, but, I don't have cash. I can bring a checkbook, but obviously there's nowhere for me to get any kind of real cash on a Sunday morning with the banks closed on top of the whole COVID thing on. Anyway. So we get there, and I pick out about 15 guns. And then my friend mentions to that guy, hey, the whole cash thing. He's like, well, I really want cash. Okay, but, where could I get it? So we ended up having to go back the next day, last Monday, and I got the cash and ended up picking up about 5 more guns, bringing the first batch home at 20. Got that. And then this past Saturday, my friend called and said, okay, he's ready to sell some of his pistols. When do you want to go? And I said, well, this weekend I'm a little tied up. I need to do things. And I said, Monday I've got a doctor's appointment, maybe after that. So I'll call him when I get out. And really wanting to say, hey, let's go on Tuesday or Wednesday. I've got quite a bit to do. And he goes, are you ready? What? Are you ready to go over there? Are we going? He goes, oh, yeah. Okay, well, then I can be ready. So he picked me up 3 o'clock on Monday, and we got back from that visit a little before 7 on Monday, and I came back with mostly handguns. It was 10 more guns. I think 7 or 8 were handguns, and 2 or 3 were rifles. So bringing the total guns in the collection to about 30, and then about 20 bayonets, and then a box of old pouches, slings, ammo, what have you, kind of a grab bag box. It was, as always, when you buy those, an interesting experience. And so that's it's been taking my time. And see, all of his guns are pretty much in Cosmoline. I'm sure he put them in there, but considering the humidity of where we live, not a bad idea. So trying to clean those off, at least wipe them off enough so they can be pictured for gunbroker and what have you. They're doing all that stuff. And, a lot of stuff he didn't really know what they were worth. I'll be honest, a lot of stuff he started off very high on. Like, for example, a Carcano rifle Just a regular 1918, not in fantastic, not in horrible shape, Carcano with bayonet. And so, what are you thinking? He said 1600. No. And then he comes back, well, how about 600? No, but we can start talking. And some of the stuff is kind of like that. Now, other stuff, like his infields, he had 6 infields, 2 number 1 Mark 3s, 2 number 4 Mark 1s, 1 number 5 Jungle, and 1 number 2 22 trainer. So 6 total. Each did have a bayonet, except maybe the trainer, I can't remember. But, and hey, I offered him 500, per gun, so 3,000 for all 6. Oh, no. I couldn't have, I was thinking, 7,200 for all of them, so 1,200 per gun. And the odd part was, I'm just like, where did he get that number? I don't know of many, unless they're just super special or whatever infields. Especially when someone's buying half a dozen. It's like, I can't put 1,200 per gun, especially when I'm taking them all. We're way off on that. And so I didn't get any of the infields. And, but the odd thing is, like, that Type 0 paratrooper, not to give a number away, but he was very reasonable on. He only priced it about 500 more than a regular paratrooper. And he had a LaBelle that he priced very reasonable. It's pretty rough, but it's a LaBelle. I mean, none of them are exactly in pristine shape. And he had a Steyr 1888 that he priced at $150, which, yeah. It's an interesting experience buying collections and seeing the notions that people get in their heads. But I'm just now starting to do this, so we will see how it goes, and hopefully I posted 3 on Gunbroker tonight. Hopefully I can get at least 6 or 7 more posted tomorrow. But like I said, the first reason for me being a little absent was not good. That one is certainly more on the good end of things, I would say. So that was my other experience the last nearly 2 weeks now. So yeah, we'll see what we get from there. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. If you could, like, share, and subscribe. And if you could, please check out our main channel and all that good stuff if you have time. Which, let's be honest, you're probably still at home locked down, so you should have time. This is Misha, and I'll catch you then.